Welcome to my channel, SteveO the Window Cleaner. It is Monday morning. Got out of the house a little early. Go pick up Alfredo, just get my coffee, and decided I just want to talk to you guys about a certain topic that I've kind of been thinking a lot about because it came up last week on Monday. And that topic is, are you embarrassed to be a window cleaner? So why this came up is that the area that I work in, and also Alex, my girlfriend who works for me, works for us 2020, we see a lot of people we know throughout the day, usually. And at least for me, for her, it hasn't come up a lot, but it has come up a particular job. There's someone there that she knows. And it's somebody that maybe she didn't, I don't know, it wasn't like a friend, but they knew each other, maybe didn't get along so well. I don't really know. But she kind of was like, oh, I kind of don't want to go inside this job because, that person's going to be there. And I said, what is it? I said, are you embarrassed? And she kind of sat there for a second. She said, I think that might be it. Like, I think I'm kind of embarrassed. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? That's not something new. That's not something weird. I used to be embarrassed to be a window cleaner when I first began. When I did it in college, I didn't really think much of it. It was just a college job. But then when I did after college, I was embarrassed because I had gotten a college degree and then in criminal justice, not in business or anything, and then pursued that for like a good year. And by the time I came back to Colorado from California, I wasn't really interested anymore. Or else, kind of what I was thinking was, well, I'll do some sort of job and take a break for a little while and then, do whatever. But what wound up happening was I started working for Fish, window cleaning, and then that was only supposed to be like a 3-4 month job. That's how I viewed it. And that turned into a 2-year job, basically because I broke my arm while I was there. So then that made me had to become a salesman for a little bit. And there was no other job that was really going to take me at the time, because everything I was applying for was kind of more of a physical job, especially for trying to be a police officer. So when that all just kept going and going and going, and I kept doing that career, it was kind of like, all right, well, I'm in it, so let's just see what I can do with it. It was very frustrating, working for them. It just did not make enough money. Luckily, the rent at the time wasn't bad, but I was embarrassed. I would see people around from college sometimes, and I would get embarrassed, kind of like, oh man, they're gonna see me cleaning windows. Or else, like, if I was at a job at a bank or something, I'd kind of hide myself, in the back of the bank cleaning the windows so they wouldn't see me while they were, depositing their money or whatever. And but then I think I was embarrassed because I worked with a lot of guys who were lowlifes. I'll be quite honest with you. A lot of the people I worked with, except for a couple, were lowlifes. All they wanted to do was get high every day at work, get off and drink their 40s or drink their liquor. That's all they could talk about at work. And it became a very frustrating environment. It's like, I got to get out of this. And then, so I decided, okay, I'm going to go work for one more company. I'm going to move from Fort Collins to Longmont, and found Jim. And before I worked for Jim, I was thinking to myself, well, what's this going to be? Like, is this going to be another environment where, it's basically how fast can you get off work to get drunk or high? And that wasn't something I was doing, but it was something that everybody I worked around with was doing. And then I started working for them, and that was not the case at all. These were highly respectable dudes that carried themselves very well, did not do this type of stuff, were not on the weekends getting drunk and high. And it was so, such a fresh of breath of fresh air, that I was just excited and really, really happy because it was so much different than what I was used to. And it was just like I went to work excited. We would work all day, just go home to rest up, eat dinner, we all had gym memberships. We all go to the gym, and we all still all go to the gym as much as we possibly can. And it was just like so much of a greater environment that I wasn't embarrassed anymore to be a window cleaner. Financially, I was still not doing great, but I've always been really good about like saving, not buying things that I didn't need, probably the thing I spent the most stupid money on was freaking tattoos. But I was always able to make it. I was always able to figure it out and be okay. That was the thing. And then once I went through a time I wasn't sure if I wanted to clean windows anymore, just because of the money, not because I didn't like it. That once I became an owner and the money got better, that was my thing of like, all right, like I'm in this for the good. I'm going to do this. And then with YouTube, everything, I've been able to help so many people. That has helped me like just kind of view it as like that this really all means something. I'm helping people, so why not just keep doing it? So, but it came up, like Alex was kind of embarrassed to be a window cleaner, and I didn't tell her that was wrong. It wasn't wrong. I think when you look at people's careers and maybe you say, well, it's kind of embarrassing what they're doing. It's not embarrassing. If somebody is out there and they are working hard and they're trying to do the best they can, there's nothing embarrassing about that. We all make mistakes. We all have issues, and we try to do the best we can. And that's all we can do. Never feel embarrassed, even though you will at times. Never feel embarrassed about it. You're out there doing something. I know many, many people who, just because they cannot get the lawyer jobs, the doctor jobs, the really expensive careers out there, an engineer, a computer programmer, just because they can't do that, then they don't do anything at all. And they go in extreme debt. They still live at their parents' home. It's like there's a lot of people out there who just, I have to get my hands dirty. I'm not going to get my hands dirty. Especially with the new millennial generation. They feel, I'm part of that generation, but I do feel like I kind of have a older set mindset of I know that I have to work hard to get what I want. And that means getting dirty. That means getting dirty. And a lot of people that I grew up with did not have that same mental idea. It's happened many times where many people I've worked out at the gym with, younger guys than me, I've said, wow, I think you'd be really good, at our company and work for us and stuff. And these guys, there's just like, dude, I'm not cleaning windows, man. I'm not going to clean windows. Are you freaking kidding me? It's because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed to do what it takes to get what they want. And saying that, though, until you get into window cleaning, you don't realize what window cleaning can be. So that's the hard thing about window cleaning, is that if you haven't done it, you haven't seen the numbers, then you don't realize. Or you think that we're cleaning a 10 window storefront for $5. That's what some people think. Like, a lot of people think, you're the guy that just comes around, cleans the windows, and asks for tips. I had a Subway where we've cleaned the Subway for years, but sometimes you just get total new employees in there. And they literally said, we've never seen you guys here before. We thought you guys were just going to come up and ask us for like money. We're like, no, man, like we've cleaned this place for like over 10 years. It's just you guys haven't been here, so you guys think we're different. You guys think we're brand new. So it was just kind of like a very odd thing. That people sometimes think you're like the guy at the gas station who just comes up, cleans the windshield, and asks for $1. And that's not who we are at all. And so in conclusion, I just feel like people kind of do not realize the possibilities of window cleaning, the possibilities of being a painter, the possibilities of being a lead janitor, the possibilities of these blue-collar careers, and people don't realize how happy someone could be and how great of a career they could have in it. So if you're ever feeling embarrassed, just know that there's a lot of people out there just trying to do the same thing you are in a different career or the same career. But it would really come down to how you feel, how you've grown up. I think that's a huge part of it is, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a very poor home where just, making a mid-income is acceptable to your family? Is your family very accepting of, who you are and what it takes to make money, and I think that's probably the biggest people that you'll get flack from, depending on kind of who your parents or brothers or sisters are. I know growing up, I had some flack from different family members about being a window cleaner. They kind of thought it was a joke. And yeah, I think they've learned that it's not a joke anymore. It can be a really great career. So I just thought this was on my mind. Those were kind of the topics that came to mind. I just kind of wanted to share it with you. So if you're out there and you're embarrassed about your career or embarrassed to be a window cleaner, don't be embarrassed, man. You're doing everything you can to make a difference in your life. And if you're doing everything you can, there's nothing to be shameful of. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. We're starting off this week. We got some snow tomorrow. But yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.